Hey, it's Brent with Kinetic Ventures, and on this video we're going to be flying over Gulfport and Pascagoula, the Gulfport Airport and the Trent Lott Airport, doing what I think are the biggest myths in aviation. One is that you need a flight plan to fly, and two, a misconception about stalling. Many people think that when you stall an aircraft, the engine dies out. And I'll also go over what happens when your engine does stop. The propeller stops turning. You got a single engine airplane. What happens then? You just fall straight down? We'll check it out here on this video. We're not checking out any places to go this week, but we'll be flying right over pretty much all the places. You might see a few in this video because the new flight simulator uses real-world graphics. Alright, we got it loaded up and we are going to choose the most common training single-engine aircraft, the Cessna 172 Skyhawk, not the F-18. Gulfport Biloxi International. We're going to depart from there. And I'm flying with the Thrustmaster HOTAS joystick configuration with the single stick joystick and throttle attachment. I do have a flight yoke opting to use a single stick, such as what's in the actual Diamond aircraft, as seen on Blue Flight TV episode 2. Alright, here we are at Gulfport. Still have that construction going on at the end of the runway. I'm pretty sure that's still there. Okay, let's just take off here. Alright, so let's just say the flight plan. Let's just say we wanted to remain in the pattern. We're just going to do some practice maneuvers up just overhead, maybe just south of the airport. So no flight plan is filed, we just take off and go. And while we're doing that, we change our mind and say, hey, we want to go over to Trent Lott Airport to do some touch and goes. We don't have to stop, land, and file a flight plan, or even file one with ATC in the air. Know where you're at. There it is, Gulfport Airport, just west of the Air Force Base. And there's Long Beach over there. Diamond Head, Louisiana, New Orleans. That is the port. So we get the bananas in. And we're just over Highway 90. As featured in the Cruising the Coast video, right along the shoreline. Okay, so stalling means that your wings are no longer contact with, well, it's not building up the pressure that it needs to stay afloat. So your wings stop becoming aerodynamically lifting. We can simulate a stall by going into a slow flight, kind of simulating a landing. So I'll drop my RPM. Got a message. RPM. And then get into a slow flight. Then kind of simulate a landing, going into a land. And then I pull up. And you'll soon hear there it is, the stall horn. Warning you of hey, the wings are losing contact with the airflow. But it's, as soon as it falls, it catches the wind again, kind of forcing itself to catch the wind, and you can perform the maneuvers to get back in normal flight. Now here's a power on stall. We got full power, and we just come up and up and up until the wings, there it is, stall horn, kind of drops back, wanting that cushion of air. And then we recover to normal flight. Now let's head over to Trent Lott Airport.
Cessna November Tango 5 leaving my airspace, frequency change approved.
Gulfport Tower Cessna Bravo Romeo Echo November Tango 5 frequency change. Gulfport approach Cessna Bravo Romeo Echo November Tango 5 is type Cessna Skyhawk 5 miles southwest of Keesler 1,400 feet. Request flight following.
Cessna Bravo Romeo Echo November Tango 5, Gulfport approach. Squawk Tree 406.
Squawk Tree 406 Cessna November Tango 5.
Cessna November Tango 5 radar contact 4 miles southwest of Keesler 1,500 feet. Altimeter 29.902.
Roger, Cessna November.
Okay, so that exchange was just getting flight following, which is just having their eyes on you, kind of watching out for you, and they know where you're at. If the blip disappears or you don't cancel or terminate flight following, they might, and you know, they have a report of a crash, then they can kind of track your last position.
Always watching.
But that in itself is not a flight plan. It's just an extra measure of being careful and getting another set of eyes to watch out in the skies for you. It can warn you of any oncoming aircraft and your altitude.
Sir, there are 6 of them. Bearing 215, range 150 miles. Oh my God, a dozen more of them.
There's the Veterans Hospital, the VA hospital up there on the top. And then Keesler Air Force Base. There's the track, had to do PT tests on. And if you work there, you can see what building. You can see your building. There's the firing range by that water tower, just in front of my strut. The strut's going over it right now, the firing range and water tower. And the iconic looking building. Some say it's haunted. Locker House. 110 IP. Alright, let's head over to Trent Lott. Time machine mode here.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Out of an
airplane.
Crossing over Ocean Springs.
Cessna November Tango 5 contact Pensacola.
We're just changing approaches from Gulfport to Pensacola.
Good day.
Okay, here we are. Alright. Okay, there's Trent Lott. It's Trent Lott Airport in Pascagoula. I'm going to get a little more altitude here. I'm at 2,500 right now. Get about to 3,000. go into clouds, which I'm able to because I'm IFR certified. However, you should, at that point, you would need a flight plan. Okay, and now I'm going to kill the engine by pulling out the mixture, fuel source. And as you see, the propeller is stopping. If we go, it's aerodynamically windmilling right now. The wind's making it turn. But if we stall, the wind stops pushing on it and it stops spinning. So you see that it is out. Now what I'm going to do is get a speed that's the best, called the best glide speed, which is
65 knots.
Look for my landing site, and I'm going to try to restart the aircraft. But I don't want to do that. I want to keep the engine out. I got good glide. I know that the airport's around here somewhere. There it is. I think I can make that. However, I am pretty high and it's pretty close. So I'm going to do some maneuvers to get down there. Just put down and notch your flaps because I know I can make the airfield. I'm going to do another maneuver called
Forward slip.
slipping, so I can get the airplane down quicker. Now, if I didn't have that, if the runway was further away, then I would not be doing these maneuvers. Okay, so I dropped a lot of altitude there by performing that slip. Maybe too much.
I just want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you.
I'm going to get back to my glide speed. Best glide speed. Now I can't make the runway. I dropped too much altitude in a panic. So I'm going to look for another landing spot. See this road here? So I'm going to land on the road.
We're all counting on you.
And we have a nice, safe roadway landing. Oh. With no engine power whatsoever. Alright. Aerodynamic braking. And I just restarted my engine. Okay. So there you have it. We safely landed with no power. If the airplane just completely shut off, we could still walk away from a downed aircraft. The plane still floats, flies.
Oh, we're doing this again?
But it's very important to watch your glide speed and select a safe landing point. Now with this aircraft and that runway length, I shouldn't have dropped it so fast, so quick.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
But it's a good demonstration if you have to ditch it off the airport. Land anywhere you need to. If there's a golf course here, I know the land looks kind of flat. This isn't a golf course, but it's a flat land. I can just pick a smooth landing spot and touch down. Alright, wheels down.
Tango 5.
And we just did a touch and go on a marsh area. Now, of course, you wouldn't do this in real life
Roger, Cessna November Tango
practice. But we're all here simulated. We can we can fly inverted.
Are you serious? This is
Crazy and stupid.
As such. Well, we can try. Nope. Okay, that'll do it for this video. The common myths. Don't need a flight plan. Your plane won't fall out of the sky if the engine goes out. And what a stall really is. Thanks for joining me, and see you next time on Kinetic Ventures. Take care.